Oh, don't you just love a ride that starts off with a climb right out your door? It's a 3-mile climb just as a warm-up. But look at this. Look at this reservoir. I haven't seen that much water in there since, oh, I can't remember when. Anyway, on today's ride, I'm on a new saddle. Trying it out, be talking about that. So today we're going to be talking about what you sit on and what you sit with. And you certainly don't want to miss this old guy talking about his butt. So if I were you, I'd stick around. Crazy how much water there is everywhere. I mean, let me show you this before I start talking about saddles and butts. Check this out. This is normally, this is dry. Wow. All right, pressing on. So here's the thing with saddles and butts. You might say the two saddles are the same, but you know, no two butts are the same. And finding a butt that matches a saddle and is happy there, well, that's not as easy as it may sound. So I'm going to sit up underneath this oak tree, I think, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. And the complication with finding the butt to match the saddle is that when you're doing a review, like I'm doing now, well, just because I like it really doesn't mean you're going to like it. I can say it's wonderful and you'll hate it. And neither one of us are wrong. Just a lot of preference. So the best you can do, really, I'll tell you why I like it or why I don't like it, and why you might like it or you might not like it. And I'll compare it to some of the other saddles I've used in the past. That's about the best I can do, and maybe you can get something out of that that'll inspire you to give it a try. So the saddle I'm looking at today, that's the Wilderness Trail Bikes Gravellier. At least I think it's Gravellier. I guess if it's French it could be Gravellier, right? Nah, probably Gravellier. And I have to say, it's kind of a jaunty little name. It makes me think somehow of, I don't know, jousting knights in King Arthur's court. Prithee, good sir, I sense that you may be a Gravellier. Forsooth, you have judged me rightly. I am indeed a Gravellier of the first order. Anyway, I don't know, but I do feel a little bit more chivalrous. Chivalrous? I don't know how you say that, but I know how to do it, I think. Anyway, the saddle. Let's take a look at it. So, we already looked at it when I was putting it on the bike. Let's look at it here. Kind of a smart looking little guy, isn't it? Remember we said before it's a little bit on the short side, but yeah, good looking little guy. So I'll tell you the truth, when I got this, I didn't look at it very much. I was too busy, had sea otter coming up, had all kinds of stuff going on. So I basically kind of put it in the box. Got back and said, you know, I got to get on this saddle. And when I looked at it, I thought, oh, I'm not going to like this. Because it's one of those short-nosed, short-railed kind of saddles. And you know, to tell you the truth, it's kind of windy. I'm going to stop. Hopefully that'll help. To tell you the truth, I've never gotten along with those short-nosed, short-railed type of saddles. You know, when Specialized came out with that power saddle, I got one of those as a sample, put it on, rode around my block, took it off and gave it away. Man, I hated that thing. So when I saw this, I thought, you know. Now, I have been using my gravel bike saddles, I have two of them, are the Wilderness Trail Bikes Silverado. That's kind of a long saddle, long rails, fairly flat. You can put your butt, your sit bones in different places along the saddle. And it's been pretty good for me, actually. I've been pretty happy with it. I don't love it, but I like it a lot. And it has a right amount of padding, I think, for gravel riding. It's been good. So I put this on, and I struggled a little bit to get it adjusted with the short rails. I couldn't get it as far back as I'd like, but pretty close, 1/8 of an inch or so from my normal measurements. And I took off on this ride. Now this is a 2-hour loop, a lot of climbing, mixed dirt and pavement. I'm about an hour into it right now. I'm really liking this saddle. I'm actually almost stunned that I'm liking this saddle. But I'm sitting in one position because these short saddles, they seem to make you put in one position pretty much. I realize I'm riding along and I'm actually very comfortable. And it seems very compliant too. In the shell, I think, more than the padding. It's not all that padded. Anyway, I'm going to keep riding now and we'll see how I am. Got a really steep dirt climb coming up. It's the kind of thing where you want to get up on the nose of the saddle and push the gear. I'm going to see how it treats me there. Stay tuned. Ooh, look. Real gravel. Wow. Doesn't look like there should be trout in there. Unfortunately, it goes 100% dry in the summer, but man, pretty awesome. Anyway, the dirt climb awaits. Well, one date does not a marriage make. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting along with this saddle really well. Coming up that little rocky bit there, I was surprised. Feels like it's really taken some of the sting out of things. It's not too bad. Haven't got anything really steep yet. That's coming up, but see what happens when I scoot up toward the nose of the saddle. But kind of thinking it's going to be pretty good. I don't know, we shall see. Anyway, it's a really pretty day. Off we go. Or since I'm a Gravellier, I should say yoiks and away. And if anybody out there knows what little piece of film that's from, let me know. Well, as I work my way up this little rutted, rocky thing, lots of ruts, lots of rocks, sand, it's kind of rough conditions, which is actually a really interesting test for this saddle. I have to say that it just keeps impressing me. I mean, I'll be hornswoggled because I would have bet I really wasn't going to like this very much. Silly me. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I've got a few more miles of rolling fire road ahead of me and gonna go ahead and get home and get some dinner going. But I'll be doing another video on this. I've got a big ride planned this weekend. Should get me 5-6 hours in the saddle. And I'll stay on this because I'm really intrigued. I think it's going to be a keeper. Too soon to tell yet. Anyway, granny gear out for old guy in a bike. Old guy in a bike with a new saddle, the WTB Gravellier. More on this soon. You guys take care.